The information in this video should not be relied upon as a formal valuation for any of these computers, and no responsibility is taken for how the viewer may use or misuse this information. Whilst every effort has been made to confirm the accuracy and validity of this data, there may be the occasional error or omission. This video may also contain my honest personal opinion. Prices quoted in this video are based on sold listings on ebay.com.au for a specified period, are in Australian dollars, and reflect the Australian retrocomputing market at the time of publishing. This is the OzRetrocomp Australian Retrocomputing Market Report for July 2020. This video includes a snapshot of the most popular retro computers on ebay.com.au during the month, as well as a longer-term look at a number of machines that regularly appear on the Australian market. The Tandy TRS-80 CoCo turned 40 during July. It appears as though someone may have celebrated this by putting about half a dozen CoCos on the market. There was also a surge in Sinclair-related activity, both old and new. More on that later. Starting with the Commodore 64 market, working bread bins range from $202.50 to $380 depending on condition, and non-runners range from $119.50 to $250 apiece. 64Cs in working condition range from $255 to $360 each, and it's worth noting that a number of the more expensive examples were refurbished, some of which including recapping. There were no parts or repair 64Cs on the market in July 2020. Overall, Commodore 64 volumes were slightly higher, with 19 units changing hands in July compared with 17 units in June. Before moving on, it's worth noting that an SX64 changed hands for a whopping $1,825 via a standard 10-day auction. Judging by the bidding history, the winner had no intention of losing. I'm not sure if this is an all-time record price for an SX64 on eBay Australia, but it's definitely a leap from the previous SX64 I reported on in April, which changed hands for a relatively modest $699. Amigas seem to have temporarily dried up. Just 3 bare A500s sold in July, ranging from $325 to $449.95. An additional 2 Amiga 500s were bundled with monitors, but including those would just complicate reporting. If this trend continues, I may need to tweak the Amiga report again like I did back in May. The classic Mac market was again dominated by 68K machines. A total of 5 working complete units changed hands, 4 of which being Mac Pluses ranging from $320 to $419 apiece, with a tasty one-owner 2CI hitting $449. Given that working and complete Mac Pluses and Classics regularly sold for well under $200 as recently as last month, the compact 68K market appears to be warming up. It will be interesting to see if July's strong prices are the new normal, or if this is just a bubble. There were plenty of incomplete and parts machines changing hands also, with prices averaging $188 and $147.84 respectively. iMac G3s were still hitting the market in July, but the only ones to sell were units that were either non-runners or incomplete. Prices range from $5.50 for a broken Bondi Blue to $54.47 for a nearly complete Grape model, lacking only a mouse. Interestingly, more G4s seem to be coming through eBay as of late. Whilst not as iconic as the G3, the G4 was an interesting machine in its own right. If this is indicative of where the vintage iMac market is headed, I may need to expand reporting to include G4s alongside G3s. The Microbee market never ceases to amaze. This month, 2 machines changed hands, with the most expensive, a highly sought-after computer and book, selling for $1,000. The other machine, a 128K Series 2 in average condition, fetched $375 in a fairly typical 7-day auction scenario. I'll stop talking for a moment so you can enjoy just how ludicrous the 3-month price spread appears when written down. From May through July, a total of 13 sales across the Apple II family were recorded. Of these, 10 were classic 8-bit models ranging from $182.50 for a 2C in need of a little TLC to $760 for a 2E in excellent condition, complete with original boxes. The remaining 3 sales were 2GSs. Speaking of which, this one sold on the 18th of July for $1,110 without a monitor or any drives. This example has just enjoyed a comprehensive refurbishment, including a recap and a deep clean. I can't help but wonder how high the price could have gone had this unit been retro-brighted as well. Between May and July, a total of 9 TRS-80 CoCos have changed hands. Curiously, 6 of these sold during July out of a total of 7 listed during the month. All but 1 unit was offered by the same seller, possibly the result of a collector in the process of downsizing, with prices ranging from $80 to $499, representing a broad range of specification and condition. There was a CoCo for just about everyone. Has the Dick Smith VZ market gone into hibernation for the winter? After steady trading through the first part of 2020, the VZ market has gone very quiet. Off the back of 0 units offered in June, only 1 unit was listed and sold in July. A VZ200 in good condition with plenty of extras found a new home in exchange for $223. This is roughly in the middle of the VZ's rolling 3-month price range, being $153 to $305. After a robust month in June, the Atari ST market tapered off in July. Just 1 unit, a 1040 ST, sold for $242.50. For the rolling 3-month period, a total of 8 STs sold for between $150 for a basic 520 STFM and $485 for a 520 STE with 4 megs of RAM on board, effectively converting it into a 4160 STE. After falling off the radar for a while, the Sinclair ZX Spectrum is back on the Aussie market. Not only did 2 original 48K rubber key versions sell for between $119.50 and $256 apiece, 3 of the long-awaited ZX Spectrum Nexts also changed hands. Starting life as a Kickstarter back in 2016, the ZX Spectrum Next is a modern version of a Speccy that enjoys backward compatibility with that little rubber-keyed guy we all know and love. Given the scarcity of a Next, as well as strong demand, it's not surprising that some owners have decided to on-sell their unit shortly after their 4-year wait was over. An approximately $500 outlay in 2016 yielded anywhere from $1,300 to $1,525 in July 2020. A good return on investment for what may become a modern computing classic. On a final Sinclair-related note, a ZX81 changed hands on the 17th of May for $200 buy it now. From what I can gather, this sold quite quickly. I was a little disappointed that I missed it, as the ZX81 was near the top of my wishlist at the time. Of course, that's now changed courtesy of a recent job lot I bought from the UK. In case you missed the unboxing, there's a link in the top right hand corner. That was the Australian Retrocomputing Market Report for July 2020. If you've got any feedback or suggestions, let me know in the comments below, or at OzRetrocomp on Twitter. Until next time, see you later.